Welcome to Module 2, Brainstorming, and how to address each Common App essay prompt. Very, very exciting. I hope that you're excited because it's a critical piece of writing an awesome college essay. So the reason why I wanted to make sure we did this prompt is because a lot of students go into the process unaware of how they should even approach this. How do you brainstorm? What do these Common App essay prompts mean? And more importantly, which one is the right one for me? So I want to make sure that you know exactly what I need you to do in order to write an awesome college essay. Let's be honest, writing a college essay can be challenging. Very few students go into the writing process pumped to sit in front of a screen to tell their story. It's part laborious, oftentimes frustrating, and occasionally embarrassing. The most common thing that I hear is, I don't know what to write. You know, if you were thinking of devising some cleverly creative epiphany that you think is so unique that it will wow admissions officers into letting you into college, it's no wonder you're frustrated. So be very clear with yourself. You don't need to write the next great American novel in 650 words. You need to be yourself and not think that you have to be super, super creative in order to have this, like I said earlier, this epiphany that's going to wow admissions officers. So do you know what's easier than coming up with something so creative and abstract? Documenting your life. Simply share your life. Either that's what's going on now, what happened in the past, something that has shaped you into the person that you are today. What are your lived experiences? And why is this important? Because documenting is the key to storytelling. College essays are not supposed to be imaginative per se, but rather revealing. This is what colleges want. And this is what your story is all about. So starting out, it doesn't have to be over the top amazing. It will get there if you work with us. But first, and maybe second drafts will be rough, and that's okay. All right. Let's think about this for a second. Consider biopics, right? There's Ray with Jamie Foxx, and then there's Rocket Man, the one about Elton John. Both musical legends, and their story is their movie. Same thing applies to you. Although you're not telling your whole life, you can give the college essay reader a slice of your life, all right? You want them to have a snapshot of who you are and what's important to you during a certain window of your life. So, in the remaining lessons in this module, we're really going to talk about brainstorming and how you're going to approach each topic from the Common Application essay prompts. And then I'll give you an overview of each prompt and how to approach it, right? So that you can hone in on the story, on the moment, or the highlight, whatever it is. But it's critical to show who you are becoming, what's important to you, and what you value. Believe me, I've been doing this for 20 years, and I know this can be intimidating. You're here because you need a little bit of help to write something great, and we'll get there. Remember, in Module 1, we discussed that while your essay should be illuminating, it is not an autobiography. All right? I want to be very clear about that. Brainstorming will help you to find focus by understanding what you're going to write about, not exactly how you're going to write it. What you're brainstorming today will eventually, you'll write about it as one of your life's meaningful messages. Okay? That is what I want you to think about. What has value to you? What is going to be a meaningful message that you can share? It's an essay that you're sharing and what you're sharing in your essay, you want that to be memorable. What part of your life story is different from anyone else's that will make an admissions officer chuckle or smile or nod their head in approval, wrinkle their brow, with curiosity, even drop a tear? Now, you can have many meaningful messages, but for this 250 to 650 word essay, you have to choose one. You need to think about a story you can share that will illustrate what you want to reveal, okay? Very, very important. So again, in the next 7 lessons, I'm going to offer you some suggestions on how to approach each of the 7 Common App application prompts. Thankfully, you only have to choose one, and regardless of which one you choose, I want you to remember 4 key points that you want to weave into your essay, okay? Number 1. What's important to me, meaning you? What's important to me? That's what I want you to think about. who you are and what's important. Number 2, what experience or experiences have brought me to this point? 3, who am I becoming? All right. And lastly, how does this experience or event fuel my life ambitions? All right. These 4 pieces are really going to be critical to you thinking about over and over and over again. You're going to see this pyramid a few times throughout our lessons because I want you to be able to share with the college what's important to you, what experience have brought you to this point, who are you becoming, and how does this experience or event fuel your life ambitions? But again, I'm saying it in the second person, you. I want you to be thinking about me. So again, what's important to me? What experience do I have that brought me to this point? Who am I becoming, and how does this experience or event fuel my life ambitions? Okay, so I know this sounds like a lot. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, so I've included a brainstorming worksheet, right? This How to Kickstart the College Essay worksheet, just to jumpstart your thinking before we go into addressing the prompts. So please download and complete the worksheet. It's going to be right at the end of this lesson. How to Kickstart the College Essay worksheet before moving on to the next step. I promise you, it's worth your time as you complete the worksheet and begin to brainstorm. Again, remember, I'm going to say this over and over again. What's important to me? That's something you need to be thinking about. What experience or experiences have brought me to this point? Who am I becoming? And how does this experience or event fuel my life's ambitions? This is what you're going to write about. Your thoughts about yourself should be honest about the past and aspirational about your future. Again, please download the worksheet first before you go ahead, just to get some ideas out of your head. You have to get your thoughts out so that you can make sure that you are saying what you want to say about yourself, okay? All right. Looking forward to you completing the worksheet. You're going to watch all the videos in the next prompt. You're going to watch all the videos for the essay prompts, and we're going to make sure that you don't brainstorm. Very, very key. Don't brainstorm for all 7 prompts. Pick 2 or 3 max, but just to flush out, because you're only going to write about 1. But I want you to refer back to your worksheet and find the one that fits your style and is to your liking. There's no one prompt that is right for everyone. Lastly, again, I got a little bit ahead of myself. Before we leave this topic, I want to revisit something about the writing process I mentioned in Module 1, that I'm big on students taking breaks to break up their writing. As you apply the process of brainstorming, this should look, it should look like something like this. Again, very, very important. Let's brainstorm for 30 minutes. Hardcore. You're doing the worksheet. You're getting ideas out of your head. You're typing on your phone, maybe even a voice memo, whatever it may be. You're brainstorming ideas. All right. Number 2, all right, after you do that, the 30 minutes, then you're going to do 20 minutes. Okay. 30 minutes, break, 20 minutes, break, 10 minutes, break. Very, very, very important. So, just so you know, I'm a writer myself, and I keep a journal of ideas and how I come back to them later. But for this exercise, you will want to allow many things, hint, hint, to have a centering point, a message that you want to share when you start writing. So please, managing your time and not overanalyzing too early is important. I know the above suggestions can sometimes have you thinking about too much, but my true hope that you will use this method for multiple weeks or weekends or 3 or 4 days if that's what it takes you. But the bottom line is that when you're using this method of brainstorming and using your time 30, 20, 10, you're going to produce something that's really, really good, okay? So take a few hours off, even a day if you need to, all right? Because I know I've just kind of thrown a lot at you, but don't forget to come back and repeat. Doing this decreases the pressure of staring at a blank screen and gives you the time and space to properly ponder the next steps, all right? So please, if you're ready to dig into the prompts, you now have your brainstorming exercises. Please don't forget to do the worksheet. I'm ready to help you dig into the first prompt in the next video. See you soon.